नमस्कार। नाम्ची डिस्ट्रिक्टबाट आएको एउटा समाचारले सबै दुखी बनेको छ। नाम्ची डिस्ट्रिक्ट अन्तर्गत 13 वर्षीय एकजना स्टुडेन्टले विशेष आत्महत्या गरेको मामिला सामु आएको छ। जब आमाले नानीले बेसी मोबाइल युज गरेर जब गाली गरे तब नानीले यो जुन कदम उठाएको अनि उहाँले आत्महत्या गरेको सामु आएको छ। र यस एडिसनमा हामी अलिकति जुन इमोसनल भल्नरेबिलिटिजहरू छ टिनेजर्समा यो बारे कुराकानी गर्नेछौँ अनि टिनेजर्स साइकोलोजीलाई लिएर कुराकानी गर्नेछौँ अनि स्पेशली चाइल्ड र पेरेन्ट्सको जुन सम्बन्ध छ साइकोलोजिकल इमोसनल जुन बन्डिङ छ यो बारे पनि हामी कुराकानी गर्नेछौँ। अनि यसबारे जानकारी दिनका निम्ति हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ इन्चुक नामगेल। उहाँ साइकोलोजिस्ट हुनुहुन्छ र उहाँ डिस्ट्रिक्ट अर्ली इन्टरभेन्सन सेन्टरसँग पनि सम्बद्ध हुनुहुन्छ। तपाईलाई म स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु है। जुन आत्महत्याको मामिला सामु आएको छ हामी बुझ्न चाहन्छौँ कि यो जुन एउटा घटनामा है जुन साइकोलोजिकली के कुरो चाहिँ अन्डरलाइन छ के कुरो लुकेको छ जस्तो लाग्छ तपाईलाई?
ओके, थ्याङ्क यू सो मच फर ह्याभिङ मी। फर्स्ट एन्ड फरमोस्ट अब एकदम दुःखदको घटना भयो होइन। माई हार्ट गोज आउट टु द फ्यामिली, स्पेसली द मदर कन्सर्न्ड। एन्ड यसमा चाहिँ के बुझ्नु सक्छ भने अब द चाइल्ड हु पास्ड अवे वाज एट द एज अफ 12 to 14 होइन, अर्ली एडोलेसेन्स। सो अर्ली एडोलेसेन्समा चाहिँ के हुनसक्छ भने वान अफ द फ्याक्टर्स इज द्याट जुन चाहिँ हामीले कन्सिक्वेन्सेस बुझ्छ नि एउटा कार्य गरेर कन्सिक्वेन्सेस बुझ्ने अन्त इमोसनल रिजिलियन्स अन्त इमोसनल अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ हुन्छ नि धेरै डेभलप भएको हुँदैन, मच्योर भएको हुँदैन। सो यस एट द्याट एज। सो बिकज अफ द्याट उनीहरू छिटो इम्पल्सिभिटीले गर्दाखेरि अन्त से दे हेभ सम अदर इमोसनल फ्याक्टर्स होइन, जस्तै दे हेभ डिफिकल्टी कोपिङ विथ स्ट्रेस, then they have like some interpersonal relationships ko mamla ma they have some difficulties out there. So all these factors can contribute. So community and parents say they should remember and understand that just because the child was denied the usage of mobile phone does not mean that will lead to suicide. Bujhnu bhayo? So there is a lot of overwhelming numerous factors that can contribute to suicide.
So you mean to say just मोबाइल युज नगर्नु भनेको चाहिँ ट्रिगरिङ पोइन्ट मात्रै हो, तर त्योभन्दा अगाडिदेखि नै थुप्रो कुरोले नै उहाँलाई साइकोलोजिकली इफेक्ट पारिरहेको?
यस यस, मेबी द चाइल्ड वाज अलरेडी बर्डन्ड, ह्याड इमोसनल बर्डन्स अफ हिज ओन होइन, अन्त मेबी द चाइल्ड वाज ह्याभिङ डिफिकल्टिज इन अदर एरियाज अफ हिज लाइफ, लेट्स से स्कुलमा या साथीसँग या कसैसँग, और जस्ट जेनरली कोपिङ अप विथ लाइफ हुन्छ नि एट द स्टेज। सो अल दिस फ्याक्टर्स क्यान trigger, so that denial of usage of mobile phone can just be a trigger. That is not the cause. Right. It cannot be the cause.
But doctor, like you know, हामी पनि like we went through childhood हैन, हामीले पनि पेरेन्ट्सहरुबाट धेरै गालीहरु खान्थ्यौ हैन, but never like you know we had that tendencies भनौं न है। अहिलेको टिनेजर्स अहिलेको like you know युथहरुमा चाहिँ why they are so emotional vulnerable एउटा कुरा त है, अनि what are the contributing factors which are making them so vulnerable like emotionally?
Okay. Emotional resilience, it's lacking these days, you know, and how to be emotionally resilient. But also because children these days are always cooped up inside the house. God bhitre basirancha, phone se ta khelauncha, socially matai you are active on your screens. Tara personally face to face the active छैन त्यति नै हैन। So children need to get out more. They need to be in touch with the person physically rather than on their tablets and virtually. They need to be constantly stimulated. हुन्छ नि अब एउटा के let's say the child demands something to the parent is not able to fulfill हैन, at that moment नानी एकैचोटि रिसाउने, टेम्पर ट्यान्ट्रम देखाउने, उनीहरुकोमा क्षमतै छैन कि that अलिकति पर्खिनु पर्छ, I have to wait in order to receive something or to get something or to be given access to something हुन्छ नि। So all in all like everything is very fast right now. They want to be satisfied, all their demands need to be met immediately. So त्यो पर्खिनु पर्छ, वेट गर्नु पर्छ, अलिक स्ट्रगल गर्नु पर्छ भन्ने that has not been inculcated. I think because these days अब when parents come here in the clinic, I always tell them, नानीहरु हुन्छ नि, let them be independent, let them do their task on their own हैन। जे कारण पनि let's say the child wants an apple, parents कुदेर apple लिइहाल्छ अब allow the child to go and get an apple for himself or herself, let the child to do allow the child to do task on their own हुन्छ नि त्यो गर्यो भने then they'll also know what is hard work, how they are going to reach from point A to point B हुन्छ नि, not that immediately it'll just manifest out of nowhere. So I feel all these factors are responsible for how a child or a teenager is molded in these time.
So early signs and symptoms के हुन्छ, especially if कुनै पनि नानी is going through that emotional or psychological turmoil, signs के हुन्छ basically?
Okay, so early signs and symptoms could be, let's say तपाईले नानीसित कुरा गर्यो अरे, let's say, and there's some argument or some dissent, तपाईले मानेन नानीको बात हैन, adolescent को कुरा मानेन. So let's say the child gets angry. So a child getting angry or showing tantrums, all of a sudden emotional outbursts भन्छ नि हामीले technical term मा. So like that, plus उसको sleep र appetite को disturbances हरू हुन सक्छ, like खानै नखाने, कम्ती खाने compared to normal, right? सुत्दाखेरि पनि ढिलो सुत्ने या ढिलो जाग्ने हुन्छ नि. So all these things are उसको interpersonal factors पनि, relationships पनि हेर्नुपर्छ, साथीभाइसित कस्तो छ वहाँ, whether उनीहरूको सधैँ फ्रेन्ड्सहरू आइरहेको छ घरमा, then all of a sudden there are no friends coming inside the house हुन्छ नि. So that means something is up, right? अन्त स्टडिजको मामलामा पनि the child is not doing as well academically as the child was doing earlier. Then other factors could be like छिट्टो रिसाउने, अब सानो कुरामा पनि रिसाइहाल्ने हुन्छ नि, या रिपठाउने हुन्छ नि. So these are all the small factors that you should look for.
ग्याजेट टेक्नोलोजीको कुरा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब we cannot deny it because we have to upgrade ourselves also and use पनि गर्नै पर्छ. तर this is also leading to kind of affecting our mental well-being नि. यसलाई कसरी हामीले ब्यालेन्स गर्न सक्छौँ, कर्टेल कसरी गर्न सक्छौँ?
Okay, first and foremost, if you're trying to curtail your gadget limit for your child, as parents or guardians, you have to remember what is the gadget fulfilling for the child, whether it's entertainment purpose or whether it is like a connection purpose or whether it's just pure de-stressing. So once the parent knows that, then they can form like a structured routine or have like this rule at home, but explain the rule beforehand, not when the child is playing mobile, using his mobile or let's say his screen, and then suddenly you go into a fight and you have to explain it way before and set a rule for the whole family, like no gadgets after 9 p.m. So then there is some sort of understanding, then the child will also know. And the child, let's say adolescents for this matter, why taking away your screen time is important. किन चाहिँ गर्दैछ भनेर उनीहरूलाई त्यो why बुझायो भने at least they'll be able to make some sort of sense in their heads. नभए त्यतिकै फोन हटायो, if you just stop them from using abruptly, उनीहरूलाई के यस्तो loss of control भएको जस्तो पनि हुन सक्छ. So त्यसै कारण and first and foremost, most important, parents have to model this behavior. Like keep away your phones when you're communicating with your child, keep away your phones from the dinner table or the breakfast, whenever you're having food, or especially while engaging another person, keep away your phones. Mobile phones, you're talking to the child, it's not fulfilling for the child in any which way. Communication so this is you should like have some sort of routine for your own family. I cannot dictate the routine for your family. तपाईं सबैजनाले नै बुझ्न सक्नुहुन्छ आफ्नो फ्यामिलीको सिचुएसन कस्तो छ अनि त्यही प्रकारले तपाईहरुले एउटा रुटिन सेट गरेर बनाउन सक्छ नि, rule for every family.
Fast paced world ma where like even parents are so like engrossed with their work and business bhanum na and hardly they could give time to their children, right? That's why I think giving them gadget is one of the options to keep children engaged, Tonita. Tara, when we talk about interpersonal relationship between children and parents, how much it is important for parents to communicate on a daily basis?
It's very important to communicate daily with your child because communication doesn't just mean like what do you want to eat, khana khayo tyo mata haina, but talk on a deeper level. And more than talking, you have to listen to the child without any judgments. हुन्छ नि, listen to the child without holding any judgments. Don't dismiss them. Normally यस्तो हुन्छ, एज ग्याप हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ एज पेरेन्ट्स if they say something that does not sit right with us, we just dismiss them. हुन्छ नि, we don't listen to them properly. Don't do that. Listen to them carefully, listen to them properly, and also validate their feelings. Let them feel that any sort of feeling is okay. हुन्छ नि, big feelings, small feelings, anything is fine. But important thing is that you are out there talking about it. अन्त घरमा पनि अब talk about your feelings openly. जस्तो feeling हो भने पनि सानो feeling like I'm annoyed. And the parent can ask, why are you annoyed? What is it that's bothering you? हुन्छ नि, त्यो गर्दाखेरि एउटा open communication channel हुन्छ नि. So the child also will feel comfortable talking about his or her feelings, what he or she is going through on a daily basis. And then what you can do is also find time, slot a time. These days all parents are very busy, even the children are busy for that matter. So what they can do is slot out a time, like let's say over a dinner or over a walk or early in the morning before heading out, and so you just sit down and talk about what is happening during the day, what happened during the day, what are your plans, what are you going to do during the day, and so bond over such topics. And also like you can spend and do an activity together. So let's say playing cardboard games or any games for that matter, not virtually but being physically present there. So all these factors are important and you should do it on daily basis. It's not just that आज मैले गर्यो अब भयो, त्यो हैन. You have to continue it, ask the child, talk to him, you talk to the child about your own struggles, हैन. त्यो गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ नानीहरुले पनि they'll understand that what life is. It's not very rosy as we all think, right? So what are the struggles that a parent goes through to get them what they want or to give them a life that they are living? Okay, so you have to talk about the harsh realities also sometimes, not just about that, not just saying that everything is going to be fine, everything is okay, हुन्छ नि, provided.
So अलिकति struggle चाहिँ young generation ma you have to instill that that is more important, right? So as a society, when we talk about the mental well-being of a child or a young generation or a teenager, what can be done as a society say?
As a society, public health care, community members, as society members, all of us must now address this mental health factor, that how important mental health is. We must be able to talk about mental health as easily as talking about any physical illness. Normalize गर्नु पर्यो. जस्तै talking about fever at home, saying a child is saying like मलाई fever हुन आँटेको छ या मलाई टाउको दुख्दैछ, it should be as easy as that I'm not feeling good, मलाई कुनै किन mood पुरा low भइराको छ, पुरा dip भइराको छ, I'm not feeling good. So that communication should be there. And also we should encourage children and community members and parents and all the aggrieved members to come forward and seek help. Okay, kinabani seeking help is like, these days you don't have to feel awkward or you don't have to feel shy about seeking help. Seeking help is more about strength. So that's why I encourage everybody to come forward and take help.
That is more important.
Yeah.
So even STNM ma pani, like if any teenager is going through emotional ups down, यहाँ आउन सक्छ, anonymity maintain गरिदिन्छ.
Yes, of course anonymity is like number one, it's one of the ethical rules. We have to maintain the secrecy or privacy of the patient. So out here, let's say children above the age of 18 can go down to, children or adults, anybody who's looking to seek help can go to psychiatry department located in SCNM, and children below the ages of 18 can come to District Early Intervention Center.
Thank you so much for speaking with us. So your सानो हाम्रो प्रयास थियो especially to make you aware, तपाईहरुलाई aware गर्ने, especially when it comes to mental well-being of teenagers, है. र we प्रे द्याट यो प्रकारको घटना रिपिट नहोस् सिक्किममा, बिकज वी नो द्याट दिस इज रियली डिफिकल्ट इभन फर द सोसाइटी टु एक्सेप्ट दिस काइन्ड अफ इन्सिडेन्ट. र यदि तपाईँ केयर गर्नुहुन्छ, इफ यु रियली केयर फर द युथ, द टिनेजर्स, देन प्लिज सेयर दिस भिडियोज एन्ड प्लिज तपाईँहरूले उहाँहरूलाई बुझिदिनुहोस् अनि यु क्यान बी अ ग्रेट हेल्प to address this issue of mental well-being. Thank you so much with Ashish. This is Nirmal for Sikkim Chronicle.